Ephesians 1 tells us this God, this God only does what pleases him. And in verse 4 it says, he knew you, called you by name before the foundation of this world. In other words, before you had any opportunity to impress him or disappoint him, he made up his mind about you. What he knows about you is, I like you. And this thought that he had of you before the world even began was so pleasing to him that he said, this has to become flesh. And so the word that was in the beginning, the word that was with God, was God. This word became flesh, verse 14. We always just relate that to Jesus, but read verse 13. It says, you were born not of the will of man, nor of the will of flesh, but of God. And the thoughts of God became flesh. In other words, God doesn't just think of you every now and then. You are a thought of God in flesh form. This is what it looks like when God thinks. And tabernacled in us. The tabernacle, remember that skin-covered mobile dwelling place? That picture is what he saw in you from the very beginning. A being that he would not just visit from time to time, but a being in which he finds his favorite form of existence. In you, God finds. Awesome. His favorite form of existence. So union, what a beautiful thing it is. Union is not something we strive for, it's something we become aware of. Union is not something we achieve, it's something we wake up to. Psalm 17 verse 15 says, the last verse, Psalm 17, I think it's 15, it says, I will be satisfied when I awake, beholding your likeness. Awake. Now they discovered in one of the Pharaoh's tombs grain that was there for a couple of thousands of years, and they thought there's no way that these seeds will still germinate, but they planted some of them, and to their great surprise, it germinated and produced. In other words, the life preserved within that seed could not be overcome by the death concealed within that tomb. No matter how long people have lived in their darkness, in their death, in their junk, in their dirt, how long the life of God has just lain dormant, death cannot overcome the seed of God preserved within every person. And you just put it in the right environment. What's the right environment? Just truth has found the language. It's called love. When people just experience